Ready on both platforms. Let's go live. Alrighty. Yay, okay, we're ready to start. Had a little trouble with the Instagram one, but we're on, we're ready to go. I have my daily radiance tea in here for today in honor of the full moon in Leo. Okay, for today's live stream, we're talking about full moon in Leo. A reminder too that this live stream is in support of the general strike going on. Today is January 30th, in full support. And if we're not spending money, completely understood. Glad people are just here to hang out. But if you do decide to spend today, anything that any profits I make today go towards local pantries. Very specifically, I donate to La Colmena I don't want to give exactly where that is since it's going on the internet, but La Colmena and Untold Story Books store that give pantries that have free fridges and pantries for the community, right? So for today's stream, we have the full moon in Leo, and we are also officially in Aquarius season. So after we give a little lowdown on the full moon energies, we'll go into flowing with the stream if anybody wants to get their free 1-card pull. And from there, we'll go into Aquarius is an air sign. So we'll start with our air signs first in honor of the full moon, in honor of it being officially Aquarius season. Okay. All right, let's get started. So we have our full moon in Leo. As a reminder and a quick layout of what the full moon energies mean, we have the sun in Aquarius and we have the moon in Leo. And because it's a full moon, that means that the light is fully shared and bright onto the moon right now. So we have those energies really intermingling. So our Aquarius are our innovators, our disruptors, and full moon in Leo, a fire sign, is all about inner radiance, all about confidence, all about what joy can we bring. Leos have a bad rep for being, Leo's obnoxious or for being really self-centered, but really that's an unaligned Leo. Aligned Leo energy in the zodiac is those that remind us to share our strengths, to share our confidences. They remind us to be fully ourselves authentically, and that many times can disrupt systems because we are socialized programmed to not always be authentic. So in times of stress, in times of fear, one of the best ways to disrupt that is by authentically offering ourselves, by being the lioness. Sometimes that surprised myself, but by being, Leo energy, fully coming into it, by being the lioness and protecting the clan, right? That could be feeding people. That could just be sharing your time with people and sharing your life with them. I always prep a little bit before, and my Moonology book even had a line that I highlighted it, and I was like, oh my God, this is perfect for the timing that we're facing now, when there's so much fear in our communities. The line was, channel those energies, that joy-filling projects, the relationships that bring us confidence, to channel that in order to avoid the traps of tyranny. I was like, perfect. That's exactly what we need right now. And that's what I love seeing in my community too. People are showing up and showing out. I'm like, no, we're not going down this. Let's share. The protests that I see have like cumbias going on, and they're, out there really bringing out the joy, showing up for the community, supporting through fear, really alchemizing rage and fear into support, which is exactly in line with the Leo and full moon. All right. The full moon also being a really good time for gratitude. In order to fully use the energies of the full moon, we want to take time to pause and reflect on what we're grateful for. And from there, recognize then what is no longer serving us, right? So Leo asks us to say goodbye and release those things that hold us in fear, and purposely disrupt them if necessary. Okay. For this stream, we'll go ahead and jump into our Aquarius. All right. Aquarius friends, we're doing our full moon spread, which as always is what energy are we working with? That's kind of our general vibe right now, followed by what we need to let go of, right? The full moon asks us to reflect and let go so that we can then be ready for the next part of the cycle where we need to bring things in. And of course, ending with a self-care card at the end of it. I was thinking, and I'm very excited for this, which is, instead of doing the same spread each time, starting a new spread for the new moon. So this will be the same spread I've done my temperance spread. That's a custom spread. That will be for this full moon, and I'll keep doing it for the full moons. Oh, hello, Selena. Thank you for joining. I was just talking about how on the full moon, I've been doing my temperance spreads, and I've been enjoying that. But for the new moon, I want to try something new and a totally different spread for it, just kind of keep things fresh. So right now, we'll jump into Aquarius our air signs, since we are in the season of Aquarius. We'll start with air signs and then move into our other signs. I always like to give a reminder that if you would like a one card pull, you can put your name and your zodiac sign, and oh my goodness, and I found my other favorite deck, so you can choose if you would like to the Galacas, or you can just say the star one, Galacas, or my herbal tarot, which I had lost 2 cards and was bummed about, but I found them last week, so it's back and I can use it. I did go over the energies of the full moon, but I am getting better and faster at editing and posting the recaps. So if missed, I will go ahead and put that there on my Instagram afterwards. All right. But without further ado, we can jump into Aquarius. Aquarius, our Libras, and our Geminis. All of our air signs for you. All right. Air signs, our energies are the 5 of Cups. We may be going through a time of grief, a time of having lost something, whether that is an opportunity, a relationship, anything that causes that feeling of like, shit, that was a missed opportunity, or that was a moment that, like, damn, I wish that could have been mine, right? We might be going through that right now. Let's think about what perspectives we might need to let go of, and then what we need to bring in to kind of get through this time of grief. All right, we have our 7 of Cups. We need to let go of the daydreaming and imagining those scenarios we put ourselves in, like how it should have been. Oh, I could have, should have, would have on this end. Oh, if only it went that way. That kind of thinking. We need to stop the spiral and maybe find some more grounded ways to think through the situation. Okay, let's go on to what we need to bring in, okay, for this Leo full moon. The Hermit, very interesting for Leo full moon. It is not asking for a dramatic outward pouring of energy. It's actually asking for a quiet reflection in our own energy. A full moon is a really good time to sit and reflect and think of what energies are really trying to pass through us. So really taking a grounded approach to this, really trying to get to the root of something, and that is always internal. Okay, so no other ideas right now, no clouding our judgment with other people's opinions. Right now we're looking internally, we're saying, dang, what did I really need to learn from this loss, this situation, that will help me grow further. right, our self-care ritual for our air friends, your self-care homework mission for air signs. Hi, Julissa. We're on air signs. Collaboration. Okay. Let's see what that one brings for our self-care ritual. Okay. For my air signs. Your ritual, air signs, is to make a physical or digital vision board for what you're trying to create in your life. Make it your phone background so you're regularly reminded of the vision you're holding. All right. Practical, grounded, love it. Okay. That was for our air signs. We'll go on to our fire signs. Again, we started with air signs because it is Aquarius season. In between the elements, please feel free to put your name and your zodiac if you would like a 1-card pool in between. I'm learning that Instagram lives have a little bit of a lag, so I'll give a little bit of space there. I'll drink some tea and look into the chat. As always, I can't say thank you enough for joining. Even though I already went over the full moon, I mean, that was a point, right? I try to give the full moon energies ahead of time to let people come in, and then I'll make sure to post it afterwards, probably tomorrow, sometime this weekend. I also, especially knowing you guys, I also want to know, like, hey, how's your Friday going? Like, how are y'all doing? All right, we'll move on to our fire signs. Aries, Leos, which is our full moon sign, Leos, and Sagittarius. All right, let's see what energy we have under this full moon fire signs. You might be feeling it a little bit more since you are, it's in full moon in Leo. It is in fire signs. I am always curious if they feel it a little bit more. I know I definitely feel it if it's in a water sign. If the moon is in Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, I am feeling that full moon energy. So I do wonder. All right. We have Ace of Wands. Yes, this is wonderful energy for a full moon in a fire sign. Ace of Wands. And I love this deck because it also has an herb. It has yarrow. Yarrow is a really great herb for just like cleansing out, getting reset. And so this to me is speaking to like a reset of our energy, a reset of our goals, a reset to like, what do I actually want to achieve? This is a new beginning. Pave the road with brand new possibilities. Okay, what do we need to let go of to best work with this energy? 5 of Pentacles, letting go of downtimes. Thankfully, this is in our past section, right? We're letting go of it. If we went through hurdles financially, know that things are coming to a close on that end. If things were tough financially, if things were tough where you kind of felt a little bit more isolated, like you weren't sure how to reach out to get support, that's gone. Let's let go of that. We're reaching out for support. We're saying, hey, actually, maybe I do need some help. I do want to start something. I am actually looking for opportunities. That's going to be a great way to reset the mindset. Okay. Allow yourself to be like, wait, actually, no, I do want this. Okay. What are we going to bring in? Ace of Swords. I love the ace energy because it's just possibilities. It's just, what are we bringing in? We're bringing in mental clarity. We're getting clear on what we want to bring in. We're getting more visions, we're getting imaginative, more clear visions on what it is that we're trying to bring in. So I love that one there. Okay. So starting with, I do want this, and then clarifying, what do I want? This is what it looks like. Okay. Before being able to bring it into fruition. Okay, fire signs. We have our self-care card coming for you. I'm so curious with all these aces, all these new possibilities. What is the ritual? What is coming for us? Okay. We have Ooh, initiation. Yeah, of course. The Two of Wands, initiation, starting to expand, starting to brighten our horizons, brighten our energy. The full moon Leo asks us to be expansive, to let go of fears. Hi, Myra. Thank you for joining. We're wrapping up fire signs. If you would like a one card pull after this, please put your name and your zodiac sign into the chat and I'll give you a one card pull. Okay, the ritual for fire signs, for Leos, for Aries, and for Sagittarius is candle magic. Ooh, if you've never done it before, love candle magic. Carve your intention into a candle and light it, letting it burn down to seal the magic. Quick, easy, simple, a really great beginner ritual too of manifestation magic. Okay. All right. Let's go into our chat. Okay. Ooh, hi, Jen. Thank you for joining. Alrighty. Thank you, Joseph, for putting your zodiac. Again, if you'd like a one card pull, and what I love too about having a smaller chat, which I really appreciate, I'll let y'all choose. If you would like the calacas, which is really cute, it's like calacas themed, like, the skulls, it's really bright energy, like the person that gave it to me. You can just say calacas or, the star is fine too. I'll know what you mean. Or if you would like the herbal one, this is a really great healing one. It has to do with herbs. It has to do with medicinal herbs specifically. So if you would like a one card pull, please put your name. Please put your zodiac sign. And if you have a preference. If not, I'll choose intuitively. I'll just pick like that. All right, let's shuffle these up, get some good energy into them. And we'll start with Julissa. One more little shuffle. Okay, a one card pull. We have the Two of Swords. Okay, some decisions are coming to mind. Some decisions are having to be made. Some very logical oriented, detail oriented decisions are coming up. The most important part is to know you kind of already have the answer. You kind of already have the answer. All you really have to do is walk it, choose it, walk it, and see it through. Worry about the consequences afterwards. You'll be able to deal with them. Do not worry. Sometimes when we get into that inner monologue of, well, I want to choose this, so I'll choose that, but you kind of already know, that's not the one I wanted. You already know the answer. Do it. Trust yourself. Just trust yourself and do it. I'll stop there. Just trust yourself and do it. You know the answer. The card isn't going to tell you the answer. You already know it. So make that decision. Don't procrastinate it or linger with it. Okay? All right. Thank you. I see Myra. Perfect. Capricorn. Love it. All right. Earth signs are up next, Myra. So your sign reading will be coming up next. Hello, Colin. Thank you for joining. I'm doing one card pulls. If you want to put your name in the chat and your zodiac sign, I'll do a one card pull for you. Okay. All right, Myra, I am going to go back into this one. I'm just enjoying this one right now. So we're going to pull a card for you from here. Oh, a couple of cards came out for you, actually, Myra. Let me see what's coming out. All right, Myra. Ooh, we have the King of Wands energy, Myra. King of Wands energy. And, let me be completely honest. When the cards popped out, another one came out for you. This one. The World came out for you, too. So I'll talk a little bit about that one, too. Okay. King of Wands, the World. It's calling to a big lesson, like a big chapter in your life, maybe closing up, and a lot of lessons learned from it. Okay. The King of Wands is asking you to take those lessons and then step in confidence with them. So not making the same mistakes. we already did that, not going back there. I'm walking in a better path in terms of like my own confidence, my own knowledge of how I carry myself. Okay. So it's a really good reminder of if you've been going through it, it's closing up. Take what you need to take from that and leave the rest behind. Walking into a new path with a new light. Okay. Which is a great reminder of our full moon in Leo energy. It might be more obvious right now, the things that are scary and the things that are serving us, and how we break through the scary into a better part, into a better chapter. Okay, I see, Colin, I'm gonna save you for after the earth sign one, but I see you in the chat, so I will go ahead and do your one card pull right after our earth sign. Capricorn, we have our Taurus and our Virgo. Every time I say Taurus, I want to say Tauro, like Walter Mercado. Our earth signs. Let's see what's coming up for us. Oh, okay, Jennifer. And I'll get Jennifer too. I just saw Leo. Fantastic. Oh, good. Okay, I am going to make sure to post up all of the readings that I'm doing. And I've gotten quicker and better at it. So it'll be up by tomorrow, Sunday, the latest. Okay. So for our earth signs, what's around us right now? What energy do we have? What do we need to let go? And then what are we going to focus on and bring in? And of course, the last card is always a self-care ritual. Okay. What energy do we have around right now? Our Three of Pentacles. Again, a lot of hard work coming through, a lot of project management, a lot of having to take care of the important beginning steps, and collaborating, honestly, in this term, with ourselves. Usually this card has three people. This one, you're kind of collaborating with yourself and what you really want to build. You're collaborating with your ideas. You're refining right now. Okay. What do we need to let go of? What do we bring in? Let's let go of the Three of Wands. Let's let go of thinking we need to wait for the right time. Let's let go of thinking and procrastinating from that mindset of, well, when the landscape is perfect, or, well, right now is not the best time, I'll wait for this or that to be ready, to know that it's time. The time is now. Do it. What do we need to bring in? Yeah, the sun. The time is now. The sun is a great card of kind of enjoying that feeling of creating that joyous feeling, allowing yourself to be like, no, I'm happy with this and I'm happy with myself. And right now, this is a great time. I say this too because I have lots of earth signs in my life, and earth signs can be very particular, can be very detail oriented, can be very like, no, I want to make a safe move. It has to be a good, safe move. It doesn't always have to be perfect. It doesn't always have to be exactly as you envision on paper. Plans change. Allow yourself to be adaptable and enjoy the process of doing. Okay. Your self-care ritual, your homework, your mission to look into the Sage of Cups, a very emotional card. The Sage of Cups is like the King of Cups. So the King of Cups is very emotionally intuitive, very in know with their own personal world, like their internal world. Okay, your ritual is sweat is a healing modality in many cultures. Consider dipping into a sauna or a bath, or working up a sweat through exercise, and see what clarity is on the other side. That's a great way of getting rid of like procrastination, movement, right? Find a way to move your body, find a way to make your body feel alive. Okay. And then use that energy to put it towards whatever projects or problems you have going on right now. All right. That was for our earth sign friends. Let's go into some more flowing with the stream. I have Colin, Sagittarius. Of course, Myra. Thank you. And I have Jen, our Leo. Okay. I'll go back into these for the one card pulls. I'm really enjoying these. Colin, my Sagittarius. All right, Colin's 1-card pull is the 4 of Cups. There might be a little bit of boredom that we're feeling. There might be a little bit of like, what's next kind of energy, right? Not really seeing options, possibly options that might actually be really close around us. It's trying to offer you options. It's being, cosmos, universe, your immediate surroundings, whatever you choose to call it. Know that there are options. It might take time to actually sit with it long enough to move past the feeling of boredom, to not look necessarily for the quickest gratification, but to take a day to really sit with whatever feelings of discomfort, no phone, no nothing to distract us, and be like, okay, what actually comes up? Those might be the actual answers. Okay. Ooh, Selena, Cancer. Okay, so that was Colin's. We'll go on to Jen's. And then Selena's. Okay. And just a quick catch up too. We started with our air signs because we are in Aquarius season, and then we went into our fire signs, and then we just did our earth signs. So we'll close with our water signs collective reading. Colin, thank you. I love hearing that, and I appreciate that. And again, I do love that it's a smaller chat because I kind of know the people in the chat. So I know too, like your perspective on tarot a little bit. So I really appreciate hearing that from you particularly. Hello, Selena. Welcome. I'm doing some 1-card pulls for the stream, my flow with the stream time before I go on to our final water sign reading. If you would like a 1-card pull, please put your name and your sign, your zodiac sign in the chat, and I will give you a 1-card pull. All right. For Jennifer, let's see. We have our 3 of Cups. The 3 of Cups is my favorite card because it really talks to finding support, finding your sisters, not just blood sisters, but like your sisters that you've made in life, and really spending time with them, enjoying time with them, feeling supported, feeling loved, feeling like celebrated. It's they're having a party. Go out and find those girls, go have a brunch, go have a good time, go find support. If you're in times where you need a little more emotional support, go find those girls that will give you that support. If you need to just, hang out and have a good time, find that circle too. The point is to feel connected right now. Okay. Oh my God, Selena, I love it. Virgo sun, Scorpio rising, Libra moon. I am reversed, by the way. I am a Scorpio sun and a Virgo rising. Which, thank you, because I get to bring this up now. If I do this all the time, you may also want to look into your rising sign, because sometimes those readings, depending on what what purpose you're looking for, your rising sign is more how you forwardly present, and those energies could also be very, very telling and helpful during the moon phases, like the full moon and the new moon. So if you also want to check out your rising sign and then go to that reading, that's very helpful too. And again, these will be posted by the end of the weekend for each zodiac element. All right, Selena. I'll do both Selenas right now. Let's do Selena, Cancer, and then we'll go into Selena, Virgo. I did switch to my herbal tarot. Just felt right in the moment. All right, Selena, the Page of Wands. Okay, we're relearning because the page is, a child student card, a curiosity card. We're relearning, we're reinvestigating the things that bring us joy, happiness, drive. So we are really trying to dive into that. Allow yourself to be carried by whims. Allow yourself to be carried by a good feeling of joy, like ride the wave of that, and allow yourself to... I don't know if you can hear it. My stepdaughter's over there. A nice big laugh just happened. But yes, perfect timing. Literally let yourself laugh. Literally let yourself feel that a little bit and go into it. Don't hold back. The Leo full moon is about rejoicing in that feeling and not feeling like you have to tamper it down. Let it be. Enjoy it. Be expansive with it. Okay? All right. And now, Selena, our Virgo. Okay. For you, what's coming up this full moon? Okay. We have the Tower. Selena, Selena, very different energy, but not bad. Very different energy, but not bad. It's never, I know it looks not so happy, but it is necessary. The Tower means a big shift in our lives. That can be scary. Transformation, and you know this as a Scorpio rising, transformation can be scary, but necessary. Okay. And also, I love that it has garlic, purifying, getting rid of the things that are infesting our lives. So you might be going through a tumultuous time. Things are falling apart. Know that they are happening for a reason, that they're going to clear out the things that you no longer need. So trust it, go with it, don't fight it. The more we fight it, the rougher it gets. So know that if things feel like they're falling apart right now, that at the other end of it, you get to rebuild after it falls apart. You're in charge of rebuilding, and you have the power to rebuild it how you want to afterwards. Okay? Of course. Thank you. Okay. And now we'll go on to our last. We'll go into our last sign, which is our water signs. Okay, water signs. I'm going to head back to our Calacas Tarot. Again, we do what energy is coming up. We'll do what we need to let go so that we can bring in something new, and our self-care card. Okay, what energies do we have? Let's see. Ooh. Sorry, I had to reshuffle. I realized I don't think I shuffled as much after I had pulled before. So let me just make sure it's a good shuffle in there. Okay. All right. Our water signs, our Scorpios, our Cancers, our Pisces. Let's get into it. Okay, our Seven of Pentacles. Okay, we may be in the process of reevaluating. We may have to be in a pivot moment with certain long-term goals. This is the time to look at every little detail and really make sure that it is aligning with where we're at. Also, very important not to get stuck into one place. Allow for flexibility, allow for pivots. Right? Don't get stuck into a one-track kind of mind. All right. Ooh, fantastic. Capricorn. Yes, I will go ahead and also do a one-card pull for Eli. If you want to put your name, that does help, but no worries. I still see a Capricorn, and I will go ahead and do a one-card pull. I also did do earth signs, and again, I will post by this weekend. I am getting faster and better at editing and posting them for a recap. Okay, back to our water signs, pivoting, being flexible with our plans, our long-term goals, and kind of going over our goals with a fine comb tooth kind of. What do we need to let go of as we investigate those plans? Six of Swords, we are moving on, allowing for transitions to happen easily, knowing that wherever direction we're kind of moved by the tide, it's taking us where we need to go. Going from a more unsure situation to clearer waters. So, allow it to move. Don't hold on too tightly to what we think is the way. Allow things to move. Allow the current to move you into a better place. Okay, what do we need to hold on to and think of? Got you, Sonia Capricorn. Thank you. Strength. Originally one of my least favorite cards, and now one of my favorites. Doing the hard things, even when it's scary. Having compassion for ourselves during unsure times, knowing that mistakes are not the end. Mistakes are only a new beginning. Mistakes are growth, are learning opportunities. Have compassion with yourself and be kind to yourself. Be kind, rewind. Be kind to yourself as you navigate these pivots and the current. All right, self-care ritual, self-care card. Of course, I hope you all enjoyed the reading. Thank you. I know some of you are saying bye. No worries. This is our last one. I'll do one card pull. Let's see. Our self-care ritual is the Six of Cups, seeking connection card. Our Six of Cups, a really good, it's a family card. It's a friend nostalgia card. It's looking for those connections that make us feel safe like we did when we were younger, right? Looking for those connections. Our ritual is do something that's fun for your inner kid. Yep. What did you spend hours doing when you were a kid? Do some of that today. Okay? Tomorrow is the actual full moon. I always try to do it a day or two so that if a ritual speaks to you, you can spend time with it in the next couple of days under the actual full moon. So what does your inner child really want? What is it yearning for? Do some of that. Spend some time tomorrow, maybe doing a little bit of that. Okay. Hi, Michelle. Thank you for joining. We're wrapping up a little bit, but if you would like to put your name and your zodiac sign, I will stay on a little more just to give you a one card pull. And do not worry, I'll be posting the recaps of each element this weekend. Okay. Okay. Ooh, perfect timing too. I'm on the last couple of sips of my tea. We'll get into Sonia, our Capricorn, and start wrapping up a little bit. Let's see. All right. For Sonia, that was a nice one. I like that one. All right, Sonia, you also have the tower, my friend. Okay, and you saw me shuffle. You saw me shovel. I promise I did. I did it twice. You also have the tower. So very similar message, which is let the things fall where they need to. Don't grip on to the status quo too much. If things are falling apart, let them and trust yourself to pick up the pieces afterwards. Okay? This card applies to a lot of big situations. It could be a relationship. It could be work. It could be just like your own self-perception of how you're going, day to day. It could be you're changing a lot as well. Let it. We don't fear changes. We welcome them because they're gonna happen anyways. Okay? So we don't fight it and we try to see the other side. And the beautiful part about it is that you get to create and mold what happens on the other side of it, right? Because what was happening wasn't working. So make the new thing work for you. Okay? All right, y'all. I really hope, and I do appreciate the messages that let me know how the reading sat with you. I love that the chat was really active right now. So I appreciate you all so much. The next one, I will be estrenando I'll be showcasing a new tarot spread. So this will be for the full moon or temperance spread that I make. And for the new moon, I'll be trying out a new spread that's more about action, more about how to move forward in the moon cycle. So I'm really excited for that in the next 2 weeks. Hopefully I'll see some familiar faces, some new faces. Thank you all for hanging out. I really appreciate it. Happy full moon.